Oh! Well, hello! Welcome back to the sewing chapter. So nice to have you here. If you've been following my channel, you know that I've been working on a 5-part mini-series called Sewing for Epic Universe, in which my goal was to create 3 Nintendo-inspired garments for 3 members of my family to wear to our preview of Universal Studios' newest theme park, Epic Universe. But today's episode, we are switching colors and kingdoms. That's right. This, my friends, is the tale of how I sewed the Princess Peach-inspired dress in just one day. Let the sewing saga begin. Real quick, if you are enjoying this sewing chapter in all of its quirky glory, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you can stay tuned for all the sewing fun. Thanks for being here. Now back to our story. In the early hours of Sewing-landia, the noble seamstress prepared her tools for battle. Her first decree? Banish the teal serger thread of Rosalina and summon forth the glorious pink of Princess Peach. In the soft light of morning, I switched out my serger thread, trading Rosalina's teal for a sweet shade of peach. A small act, but a ceremonial one. It was time. I used a child's knit dress pattern as a guide for sizing the bodice, but with a few royal edits to make it more like the McCall's 4738, which is an adult sewing pattern that I used for Rosalina. I straightened the side seams, I added stitch and slash lines to the back bodice piece, a la McCall's 4738, as previously referenced, and used a dainty 1/4-inch seam allowance for an ideal fit. Then came the binding debacle. I considered binding the neckline. I was trying to save time. Then I changed my mind. I did decide to bias bind the armholes, and soon realized I had bought extra wide binding. It was very, very extra. So naturally, I sliced it in half and pressed it into submission. Voila! Abracadabra. Fixed. With bravery and ignorance, our heroine faced the great slash and stitch challenge, but the instructions, like riddles from an old scroll, were misunderstood. A great "Ah!" echoed throughout the kingdom. No sewing tale is complete without a brush with confusion. Since I had gone rogue on the bodice, I drafted my own neck-facing pieces, cut, pressed, and pinned with great hope. But directions, like old maps, can be misread. Yay, here goes. Heading. Ah! I seemed to have clipped into a seam. A sharp gasp echoed through the sewing room as I realized my horrible mistake. Despite the confusion, cleverness reigned. She stitched her way out of peril, understanding the directions at last. Well, sort of. And declared, "It works! It's good enough!" With hand sewing next, the seamstress, once a humble thread knot struggler, became a needle-wielding knight. She conquered the art of the knot, and even wielded 4 strands of thread at once. Magic. Magic. Then came a test of measurement and might, the royal gathering tears, while her math summoned visions of doom. Her trusted sidekick, Dental Floss, saved the day once more. With a bodice in bloom, it was time to build a skirt worthy of a princess. Out came the calculator. Out came the dread. "Avert your gaze!" I cried, slicing tier after tier with educated guesses and just enough math to be dangerous. Dental Floss came to the rescue, gathering tears with speed, grace, and glidey, minty freshness. I compared dress length in a closet raid, chose an 11.5 length for the second tier, and attached it with care. Would 10 extra inches of additional width compared to the previous tier's width be enough to make the dress voluminous and majestic? Not quite, but
it's only 3 o'clock. It's only 3 o'clock. Like, it's only 3 o'clock.
With royal energy waning, she entered the Ruffle zone, using an ancient technique, also known as math. She folded the 90-inch strip into quarters and matched them to the skirt with care. Sometimes magic is hiding in the clearance section of Hobby Lobby. I found this deep rose pink fabric for the ruffle, rich, regal, and luxurious. I measured 45 inches on the fold, making a 90-inch ruffle, and quartered both ruffle and tiara before attaching them together in royal precision. And once it was seamed in place, I paused before the hem. The dress would need to meet its princess first. No dress is complete without sparkle. In a moment of bravery, she tested the sacred fabric glue and then stitched the gem into place with the patience of queen. No royal look is complete without a jewel. I tested my technique on a scrap of fabric, a gem, a dab of glue, and stitches to seal the spell. Then came the dress, and when the final gem was secured, I waited. I escorted the princess home from her royal gymnastics training. She tried it on, and in that moment the tale was complete. A dress in a day, a daughter in delight. The length, perfect. The fit, enchanted. The smile, well, that is what we sew for. That and the dopamine highs. And just like that, a full Princess Peach dress was stitched together in a single sunlit day. This royal make reminded me that even fast projects are still full of stories. It wasn't perfect, but it's pink, it's playful, and best of all, she loves it. But our sewing saga isn't over yet. Next time, we leave behind ball gowns and gemstones and head straight into a very iconic M, because every princess needs a hero. Part 4 of our epic universe adventures coming soon, and this time, it's Mario's turn.